Welcome to Koh Samet. It's the second vlog that I've done on this island. First time I came here I was very disappointed. I stayed on White Sands, which is the main beach and now home to mass tourism. You see the Chinese have found it. No disrespect to them. They've got to holiday somewhere. But for me, it was no longer paradise. In fact, it was as busy as Walking Street on that beach last time I was there. So, and actually, have a look at this actually, because I went past on the boat and took some video of that beach to contrast to where I am now, which is Vong Duan, which is where I come now when I come to Samet. A little less tourism, still quite beautiful, but Koh Samet on its whole has lost some of its charm, and I'm going to cover off some of those points today. So let's go have a look round. So let's take a look at the prices first of all. There is car parking at the Bampay Pier. It's going to cost you 70 baht a night. Not too bad really. The ferry is still cheap as chips, 70 baht to get across. That's to where I am now. Or if you want to go to the main pier, it's only 50 baht, so cheap as chips there. All I would say was I didn't see any life jackets on my way over, and it was fairly choppy and there could have been a problem. With regards to when you come onto the island, there's a national park fee of 200 baht for foreigners. They wind back a couple of years and I could have flashed my work permit because I do work here and contribute, and I would have got a Thai rate, but that no longer exists. So regardless, if you're foreign, you're paying 200 baht, and I think for the Thais they'll probably pay no more than 50 or 60 baht. Prices have changed previously, so we're winding back a few years, and I know things can't always stay the same, but just to see what happens with the trend, I used to be able to just turn up on this island and get a cheap clean room for 1,000 baht, say 1,300. That same room now, 3 or 4 years more, is going to cost me 1,600. The quality of the breakfast you get by and large is acceptable. You are on an island, so you're not going to get 5-star dining here. Barbecues are very good in the evening. I think the prices there are quite good. So I had ribs, jacket potato and salad from the salad bar, and that was 300 baht. Some other people on the table had chicken, barbecued chicken, salad and chips, and that was 200 baht. So that's still very reasonable, and you do get the entertainment of the fire show, so you do realise that you're off land, not inland, and enjoying being on an island. But it has lost its charm. This was once my choice island. It is only an hour and a half from Pattaya and very close to Bangkok, so of course it's popular with the Bangkokian Thais at the weekend. But what spoiled this is mass tourism has taken its toll, and that means it's very, very busy, and you need to be a bit more selective about where you go. My number one tip, just stay off White Sands. The further you can get yourself away from the main pier on Samet, the better, because it makes it harder for the mass tourist sprawl to get to the locations. Before we move on, just a very interesting point, because I like my beer, and in fact my choice Thai beer is Singer. Can't stand Chang. Leo's not quite right for me. So why is a large bottle of Singer on this island 150 baht, and yet a large bottle of Leo owned by Singer and Chang only 90 baht? I can't work it out, and I've done all my research and can't conclude. So if you do know the answer, add some comments and enlighten me. But I think the long and short of being on this island is us Westerners had it too good for too long. So being able to come to an island like this, which was paradise, and pay very little, was bliss. And of course, where something's so cheap and offers so much, the mass tourism is going to catch up, and that's exactly what it's done. So if you want to return to quiet beaches, you're going to have to pay for it now and head a bit further out. And Koh Kood and Koh Mak certainly spring to mind for me. So without question, Samet has been hit with mass tourism, but invest into the island and go exploring. My family and I, well, a 15-minute jaunt round the bay, and it's opened up relative paradise all to ourselves. I'm going for a swim. This is what I remember of Koh Samet. So I just moved a little bit further down the beach, and this is where you pay your national park fee on Vung Duam Beach. Like I said, it's 200 baht. And interestingly, when I was filming the last section, a German couple started listening, and when I stopped, they said, yes, I've got it bang on. They came here 3 years ago and couldn't wait to come back to this island, arrived last night, and just think it's not the same. They said the food was better back then, there was decent wine. Now the quality's dropped, the prices have gone up, and they wish they never come back to Koh Samet. Quite poignant, rather than just take my hearsay on it. But let's finish on a high. If I was back in the UK now and I arrived at an island like this, then perhaps I'd think I'm in paradise. The sun's beating on my face, the sand is still lovely, there's a lot of green vegetation on this island, and if you're midweek, there's less people, so when the Bangkokian Thais aren't here, it's all good fun. It's turned into a bit more of a party island now, so not so laid back as it used to be. But maybe I'm spoiled, and maybe I'm getting an old fart looking back on how times used to be. For now though, I'm going to go and grab some breakfast. I hope it was better than yesterday. Have a swim, play with my kids, and well, that sounds like a better break than most parts of the world you could be in at the moment. See you next time.